You're only a what if away from great summer holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel. Brisbane wakes up with Stav, Abby and Matt on B105.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for downloading the podcast today.
Mariah Carey is in the country.
She is. She's in Brisbane, in fact.
She is. Should have been more specific.
More Pacific. Of course, tomorrow is Friday's Live. If you want tickets, it is sold out, but we have them if you follow our Instagram page, Stav, Abby, Matt. You must be a follower. We're going to choose someone off there tomorrow to win one of our last doubles to give away.
It's so last minute to be able to get their outfit, but then again, I don't know what I'm wearing.
Me neither. My sisters are coming, and they started up a group chat with me and Esther and said, "What are you guys wearing?"
Sisters?
Yeah.
Oh, they're fun. Yeah.
I didn't reply to it.
Well, I just wrote on our group a chat that everyone's going. I was like, I don't even know what I'm wearing. And they have written back. And I was like, oh, okay, great one. I said, I don't even know what I'm wearing yet. And Sally said, me either. The original one was a short dress, but now I'm just thinking that's not a good idea. And then Dave wrote, oh, my God, I hope we don't wear the same thing because that's what I was going to wear. They are not taking it seriously.
Remember when we used to get a budget from here to buy our outfits for R&B Fridays?
No.
Yeah, we went to that store together and we bought outfits.
No, I bought them.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't.
100% I did.
So do I owe you money?
Well, yeah.
Forget I said that,
What do you
Matthew.
mean we got a budget? We didn't get a budget.
Said go and get R&B Fridays clothes to wear.
Well, that's funny because I plan on wearing a Hugo Boss suit.
Can't go wrong.
It
That's
wasn't in
what
my time.
Pitbull would want.
Yeah, I did. I wasn't here for that. It was
And we went to
me.
the store called Nana, and we're like,
Nana
Nana,
Judy.
is this good stuff?
Right. Oh, Nana Judy. Yeah. I think they sell that in general pants now too.
Right.
There you go. All right, let's get into it. Here is today's podcast.
It's probably the worst feeling in the world, isn't it? Shame, embarrassment, when you can feel, especially when you can feel your face actually turning red, so you know you can't hide it from
I
anyone.
feel embarrassed when I trip over in public and
Yeah.
no one else is with you. Because if someone else is with you, you're like, cool. But do you know what I mean? Like, it's
Trip
like,
over your own feet.
Yeah,
and
then
start
you try,
running. Yeah, pretend you're running.
You try to look back to see whether there was anything broken. It was literally just my ankles gave way.
And this one must be, egg on your face time. It happens fairly regularly in Brisbane, but you would have seen, if you were stuck on the Cleveland line yesterday, there was a truck carrying heavy machinery smashed into the Pine Street Rail Bridge in full view of a lot of people. And compounding that these days, anything you do embarrassingly is going to be on CCTV.
Yeah.
Right? So it's going to be shown, and then you're going to end up on Fail Army, probably, on the internet forever.
When I was driving to Kenmore yesterday, I went under a place and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It had a sign saying, know your height for one of the bridges. And I was like, that's a reminder.
Imagine
So I
the
always
driver going, I'm 6'2".
But I'm like, how do they forget what height they are?
Yeah.
Like if
Well,
you're
I guess-
driving that truck, but I guess sometimes you could put a different load on
Yeah.
there. This one had like an
For
excavation.
him, it looked like his load was raised, so the truck would have fit under, but his load got caught by the looks. But you should still be aware of that.
Can't park there.
Can't park there, mate.
Your load is different on any given day. And,
Well-
it caught the top of the excavator. And then that's what got jammed underneath there.
Yeah.
And you can't really go, let's go back.
Well, you have to, I guess.
But you're caught.
Sometimes they go in so hot that they get jammed in under there. It happens a lot on Oxley Road at Corinda, right out in the front of my kids' school. That one is very popular for that.
It used to happen a lot in Stones Corner, that bridge there, but I think they got rid of that bridge. Or it just doesn't happen there anymore.
I haven't even seen Stones Corner one.
Yeah. The train bridge if you're heading out towards the Gabba after that roundabout.
Yeah, there's had a lot of changes there.
It is shameful, though, isn't it? I mean, the
It's
one
just
thing...
public embarrassment.
Yeah.
It's like when a proposal goes wrong when you're out in public.
That's when you don't do it. I had to do it when I was, I forgot about the roof racks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was at the Wolf
Howard Smith Wharf?
no, the other one, the older one, that we were all going for lunch and I parked under there.
Eagle Street.
Yes, and I had to get everyone to reverse.
Oh.
And I was like, I'm just going to have to own this. And I went up and said, I'm so sorry. It's too high, isn't it? And he goes, yep.
Did you not notice the dangly bar at the front?
No. I don't know if that one had, no, the dangly bar was at the entrance. Doesn't have one pre.
That's the whole
So
point.
it was the dangly bar that was like not allowing me.
Oh, so the dangly bar told you, right, you didn't keep going into the car park.
No, well, I had the roof racks on.
Yeah.
And, you just go, I know that it's, 190 or something, but then apparently with the roof racks, it was 2. In fact, I had to call someone who put the roof racks on quickly and said, how tall am I? And he texted me and I was like, nope, can't do it. Sorry, got to reverse. Sorry, guys.
I think my favourite moment of yours for public embarrassment, and sorry to bring this up again.
Just me?
Yeah,
No
just
one else
you.
wants to share? Anyone else?
Was when
No.
we were at an event and you needed to go to the bathroom and the politicians had started speaking and the bathrooms were behind them.
Who puts the bathrooms on the stage? Isn't that the weirdest thing?
What do you mean the bathrooms were on the
The
stage?
bathroom doors were on either side of the stage, right?
So when she walked out of
So
the bathroom, she was
I
standing
was
between
on
two
stage.
people
You had to
who
go
were
through the
talking.
stage. But I'd gone to the bathroom before they started because the start time was
That's
getting
so
delayed.
weird. That's not on you.
Thank you very much. And then I had to come out and Stav was like, oh, let's start a round of applause. And I was like, thank you, mate. And I was like, sorry, guys, sorry.
I mean, you can giggle all you want, but how about when we were getting presented an award for Gambaro at their charity night and you all disappeared and then I got called up to the stage and because I hadn't been listening and I got up there and they were like, congratulations, handed me a microphone and I had to say, why am I up here?
Yeah, I can still giggle at that one too.
And the two of you were meant to be there as well.
I was with your wife.
Yeah, well, don't let her lead you astray.
She does all the time.
So what's your question here?
13 10 60. I've never been so ashamed in my life or embarrassed in my life.
So
Public shame.
Right, so you've done something and everyone's looking at you and you just want the world to swallow you up.
Yes.
All right, 13 10 60, your call's next.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
Yesterday, a truck's load hit the bridge on the Cleveland line. How embarrassment. Can't park there, mate. How many people you reckon said that to him?
Oh, I hope everyone who drove past.
So 13 10 60, we want to hear your most embarrassing moments. Make this guy feel better about himself.
You just want the world to swallow you up.
Yes.
Hello, Jenny.
Hello.
Hello.
Please share with us what happened.
Okay, so back in the year 2000, I had surgery for bowel cancer.
Okay.
Had ended up having 2 surgeries and ended up with a colostomy bag.
Right.
So that's a very unpleasant thing to have for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was in a restaurant with my partner one night and Michael Klim, Susie O'Neill, all the swim school were in there, from Canberra, and the bag started farting.
Oh.
The bag can fart?
Well, it's because your stoma goes into the bag.
Yeah.
Obviously, your bowel's farting, and so it's farting into a plastic bag, which makes a terrible noise.
Oh my God, so it's louder than what you think another fart would be.
Absolutely.
And of course, because it's doing it that way, everyone knows if you just spread your cheeks a little, sometimes you can stop the
avoid the
sounds.
sound.
But
How
you,
loud was
you
it,
don't get the
Jenny?
chance to do that, Jenny.
I didn't get the chance, and it was so loud, and everybody turned and knew where it was coming from, and my partner was just like, would you like to go? And it's just like, no, we're staying. I'm not
staying.
getting up. And I just tried to ignore the whole thing, but it was so embarrassing.
Your husband wouldn't
And
take
that
the
was-
bullet for you?
Started to cough at the same time?
Not at all. No. You
Cough
could actually-
causes it.
It was just a terrible thing. And look, it would sometimes go a couple of farts,
Yep.
or it could go, half an hour to an hour.
No way.
It just wouldn't stop. Yeah,
Wow.
it was just
Jenny, can
And
I
then another
ask
Hey,
you,
sorry.
and you just answer what you're comfortable with. Do you get the sensation of needing a fart? Because you know how you can hold a fart, but
Yeah.
do you not get that? It's just your body goes, I've got the bag there and just sends it that way.
It just does it that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
I actually don't have the bag now. The operation was reversed 12 months after.
Oh, great.
And thank Christ for that, because it was a terrible,
Yeah.
the worst 12 months of my life.
So now it's just you
Because
farting.
another time, that's it. And look, another time I was at the movies to see The Gladiator when it first came out, and it actually came away. So the plate on the stomach came away, and so obviously
Oh, gosh, Jenny.
everything was going everywhere, and everybody could smell it.
Oh, my gosh.
And you could hear, in the theatre, you could hear people sniffing.
Yeah, it's like, what is
This
that? What is
movie
that?
stinks.
And you're like, please.
Because it is absolute
Yeah,
raw
right.
when
Yeah.
it comes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, again, my partner wanted to go and, get me out of there, but I couldn't get up because when that happens, if it comes off your stomach, the stoma doesn't stop for probably an hour or so going because it's out in the open.
Wow.
So, yeah, I just had to sit there. People left the theatre because it was so strong and it just,
You poor
it was
thing.
horrible.
Like,
Yeah.
you'll never be able to watch that movie again.
Oh, no, I don't.
Well, we're glad you're doing better, Jenny.
Hey?
We're glad you're doing better.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, I am. So, it was a long recovery though. Yeah, and things are different now, so I'm hoping that poor people don't have to suffer what I suffered. But
Yes.
Good on you. Thank you so much for calling.
Wow.
Technology.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
I'm in my sports mum era.
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ever going to get out of this era. I value sports a lot, not because I'm like, oh, you got to be fit, you got to do that. It's more just I don't like holes in the walls.
Right.
So I have to really get my boys into sports because 3 boys, they don't stop. Like energy-wise. Someone said to my son the other day, oh, well, he's got soccer at night, so make sure he rests during the day. And I said, I'm so sorry. Do you mind never, ever, ever telling my kids to rest? Because I just need to run them out. In fact, sometimes I've been at the point where I was like, if I drive the car really slowly, they run along the
Funny
side.
though, because I don't know anyone else in their family who's just always peaking with energy.
Really? Scotty. Oh, okay, I get it. Apparently it's in your genes. No, but we always did a lot of sports as kids as well. But the issue is I love it and I like doing that because I enjoy watching them when they enjoy something. It's just when it comes into conflict with when I really look forward to something, which is Friday's Live.
Oh, no.
And I was so excited because I was like, no sports term 4, no weekend sports. We're going to just do beach days. It's going to be me time. And then one of them was like, I signed up for water polo. I was like, why? I don't do that. And the games are on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah.
And then all the parents...
who is the person? There must be someone who goes, all right, guys, what time do we want to make this game? And go, pick the most inconvenient time for everyone else. Lock it in.
You know what I realised it is, though? It's you would have had this issue with Ethan. Because remember when you were driving around at night for basketball?
On a Friday, yeah.
And remember what time the games were?
Like 8:30 on a Friday.
And I'm like, why would people do that? But it's because you used to go early with the youngest. And now because they're older and they're teenagers, they go later and later because they can stay up. But here's the thing. I was like, no sports on Saturday. And I was like, well, he's already ruined it. So, yes, I will say that you're allowed to do indoor soccer to our youngest. All the games are always a little bit later because they're older. 7:30 Saturday morning after Friday's Live. It just came out last night.
that person needs an uppercut.
I'm like, and I can't write to the group saying, hey, how do we feel about a forfeit?
How many other people in the group are going to Friday's Live?
Just,
Do you know? Just you?
Just me.
Whoever scheduled it obviously
That's a
didn't
shame.
get tickets and wanted them real bad.
Yeah.
But it's like when you wait for the schedule, you know, it's not looked in. Like on Wednesday night, it's like you get a code. I was like, what sort of sad life now have I when I get excited to get the text message to find out what time it is? It's like this special code. And normally it's like 11 a.m. and you go, yay.
Yay. This
Now's-
time you went boo.
Now's probably a bad time to tell you that because Xander's gone up to under 14s
Yes.
in
Because you have
basketball.
You have it on Saturday morning too.
yeah, his games were usually at 9 o'clock.
Yes.
And he's now playing at 12:40,
Perfect.
which is mint, bro.
It's all right because I'm in my sporting my mirrors. No other place I would like
See,
to
I'm
be.
in my hungover era. I get them terribly bad at 38.
I know, but that's all right. So I won't have a big night.
Is now the time.
Hang on, could you just repeat that?
I am not going to have a big night.
I think you should you should reverse psychology yourself
Yeah.
and say, I'm going to have one of the biggest nights I've ever had. Because anytime you say, I'm not going to have a big night, the opposite turns out to be true.
Something that kicks in when you're like becomes the woo woo girl.
Yeah.
I deserve this.
So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that.
Okay, well, I just want to check then. Do you want, because you're not having a big night,
Yeah.
and I always have this conversation with my wife
You know,
when she
Scotty
says
and I,
the same thing.
we're kind of low key.
Do you want Stav and I
Yeah.
to remind
Yes.
you of present Abby? Does future Abby want us to say, past Abby said she wasn't having a big night, so do you need that 7th Bacardi Breezer?
Yes, I do want you to remind me.
But that's current Abby saying
No,
that.
let
Will
me say
future,
this.
what does future Abby want?
Well, we say for Mariah Carey, of course. What I meant was don't allow Abby to create an after party at said house. That you can't, like, that I'm like, no. Okay?
All right, so get Scotty to do it.
Because we're always those people where we say,
Come
hey,
on, babe.
we usually say to each other, we're like, hey, no after party at our house. Of course not. That's ridiculous.
It's
like,
crazy.
we're not going to do that. And then we have done it so many times when we look at each other and we're all right, just this one. So we're enablers to each other.
What if Mariah said she'd turn up?
She is the after party. Yeah, well, that's different. But
Just remember this conversation.
Yeah. That's why I'm getting her to clearly state it so we can play these tapes back on Monday. All right?
what? I can't hear you.
And just as everyone else hearing this, just want everyone else who's coming to Fridays Live with us,
Yes.
just be clear on what.
She'll be like,
What she
guaranteed, she'll
said.
be like, AI.
Stabs in his responsible era, so you can remind me in a very nice voice.
Okay, I will do that and duck.
Stav Abby Matt at B105.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
So many good memories happened at house parties. Would you agree growing up?
Yeah, I love the good house party.
A good house party?
On Thursday, you'd start walking around the school going, who's having a
Who's
party
having a
this
party?
weekend?
Doing a party? And what year was that?
I reckon year 10 it started for me.
Yes, I would say that. So what we would have been,
15?
15?
And someone would say, oh, it's at Lucy's house. And you go, who's Lucy? And then you just turn up to
No,
Lucy's
we always
house.
knew, but we always knew which parents were away.
Oh, okay,
So
that's
we used
how
to
it
have
got
house
planned.
parties. Yeah, when people were away.
Yeah.
And then you'd say that you were sleeping at someone's house
Yeah.
and then you'd go along to the house party or one parent would pick you up or whatever it would be. But it's really hard for kids to be the same as we were because we track them.
Yeah, technology.
You know what I mean? Like before, they really didn't have an idea. And I don't know, maybe it was a different time. But our son was asking us about house parties and what age. And we were like, oh, do we say what we went to
Yeah.
age? Or do we say...
What we want him to.
Yeah, and I think we're both saying, around about year 10. But it depends if parents are going to be there or not going to be there, because that's different. And then we started to think, have house parties stopped because it's a security issue, because now people just post it online.
Like every party has the possibility to be a Corey Worthington party.
Yeah, or people that aren't invited to the party from, maybe different schools or different areas would rock up, and then that's a security issue. And then some of my friends are like, yeah, you can't have house parties without having security guards. I was like, what?
Neighbours have also got more narky as time goes on. Like, I remember when we were a kid, you'd go to parties, cause a bit of havoc, and the neighbours had let a bit more slide. But now, as soon as there's more than 5 teenagers in the backyard, old Karen next door's on the blower having a whinge, ruining everyone's fun.
I don't think it's a house party if it's all just girls and their girlfriends or just boys with their mates over. Like, it has to be...
The potential for hookups.
Well, but that's a house party, right? Otherwise, you're just having a gathering.
A gatho. Oh, yeah, I remember that one. I just want to have a gatho of friends. It's not a party. There's 58 of them.
Yeah.
So it was different for Ethan because Ethan was maybe a bit more sensible than...
Yeah.
Like you were saying that him and his friends were quite...
boring.
No. But he did have a house party. Remember when you FaceTime him and he wouldn't answer?
That's true. We were away for a weekend and he did throw a party at our house.
And how did you know? Because you had this idea that you were going to FaceTime him and he didn't. He just.
turned
And you're
all
like,
the lights
you
off,
said,
didn't
put it on FaceTime. And he goes, nah. And he goes, put it on FaceTime.
I FaceTimed him because I had to ask him something. I can't remember
You
what
were
it was.
camping.
And he answered in the dark. I was like, why are you in the dark? And he was like, oh, I'm just chilling at home. I said, turn the lights on. And he goes, no. I said, turn the lights on. And all of his friends were ducked down under the table and stuff. And he turned all the lights off so I couldn't see them.
Hilarious.
Yeah, they're at our house.
And then
Said
you
there was
told
a
him to.
blackout.
But that was year 12.
No, he's a bit younger, actually.
Year
I think
11.
Year 11, yeah.
Right.
No, I didn't have an issue with the party at the house. It was that he threw it without us knowing and we weren't there.
Yeah, because how would it be great if you were there? You
I
two
would have
carrying
lit,
on.
lit that party
Sure.
up.
What age would you let Rory have a house party or go to, I guess, a party where you're like, oh, you don't know the parents?
14?
14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that sound reasonable? Is there a
I
right
don't know.
answer?
I don't know what the answer is. That's what I'm saying. I don't even do sleepovers now if I don't know the parents. Probably because I don't want to force my kids' behaviour on parents I don't know.
Wouldn't it be better to do it at parents you don't know? Then you wouldn't
Do you check? Like,
find out about
do
it.
you let her sleep over at people's if you don't know the parents?
Yep.
But you don't know what they're doing?
What do you mean what they're doing?
What are they doing?
What do you mean what are they doing?
Well, like, you don't know if they're actually at that house. Is
Oh,
what I
no,
meant.
that we always know that we have to, the parents have to be there
How do you know if you don't know the parents?
because we asked Rory.
You are
What she's-
so trusting, is what I'm saying.
And she's very honest.
As you know so far. Do you think Finney's asking this a bit earlier now because the jump, and this is the thing with high school here now, you know, they start in year 7. So 12 to 17 seems to be that huge jump. Whereas remember, we would start high school year 8.
Year 8.
So you'd be 13.
Yeah, it is a big difference. I
It's-
thought that the other day, actually.
The gap closes that little bit, I think, that year older.
I'm actually really concerned about socials at parties. And I mean that in the sense that you used to go to parties and it was, I guess, a time to maybe experiment. Well, I'm not saying like drugs or alcohol, but I'm saying, you know, if it was there and someone had done something silly, people might talk about it on Monday. But my concern is that someone...
You wouldn't see those photos till Thursday when Big W finished printing them for you.
You know what? And no one could be bothered. Who's going to waste the film on that? But now people are taking so many socials and reposting it to shame people or to get those likes, and that's permanent.
Yeah.
And that's the embarrassment, and that's my concern with house parties, and that's my concern with sleepovers as well, because they all, I don't know, you know, get on socials and just do silly stuff.
Do not get me wrong. I went to house parties younger, but my daughter won't go to one till she's 48.
Yes, because we knew what we were like. That's the point.
Yeah, correct.
Like we used to be at some field, God knows where, drinking whatever, and our parents didn't know.
Well, they did know because we were watering down their alcohol at home with the stuff we'd stolen.
We're not going to let our kids be like us.
Because we were awful.
But God, we had some good times.
Yeah, didn't we?
13, 10, 60. Is anyone in this space of trying to figure out what is, or maybe you've been through it, what is the age to start letting your kids go to parties? Like
Or
proper parties
if
where there's
you
going to be alcohol.
Host a party, that's a huge responsibility because you're not allowed to let anyone drink underage. And then,
Well, when Ethan wanted at his 18th, he had some kids. He's like that. We're going to be under
That was
18.
yeah.
So I'm going to need some permission slips from parents.
Yeah.
because you don't want the responsibility.
Yeah.
No.
Back in the day, parents never did that. They
Did
would
you
say-
actually do permission slips?
No, well, I text the parents and checked.
Yeah. Right.
Back in the day, you'd go to the parents' house that you knew were cool.
Yeah. Yes. Correct. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted
Did
to
you
make.
have to get? You're like, do you mind? Sorry, that was a phone call. Do you mind if I get it in writing?
Yeah.
Well, my lawyer suggested it. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. 13, 10, 60. What is the right age to let your kids start going to house parties?
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
What is the right age to allow kids to go to parties? I think it changes generation to generation because I've got to be honest, I don't think my mum ever gave me permission.
Ah, yeah.
No, we used to always have sleepovers at different friends' house.
Did you just do that because you didn't think she would let you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it got to a point where we had to sort of be honest because we got caught once. But it's just hard of what time, at what age, I guess, you give permission for your kids to because times change. And I guess there's more concerns these days, I say, with socials than ever before. But I don't know, maybe they're more responsible.
We need your help. Parents of Brisbane, 13, 10, 60. When is the best age to let your kids go to house parties?
Renee in Aspley, what's your thoughts?
Okay, I've been through this. My oldest is 22 now, and he was obviously the first one to go through it all, and it was big conversations between us, all of his friends' families, and we all decided that it was better to have it at our home rather than let them go out and about.
Yeah.
They were 16 when it all started, and our thoughts, along with the other parents, was that, yes, we'd prefer them to be at home under our supervision
Yeah.
rather than go to a park or go to some other party and one experiment. If they were experimenting with drugs, then at least an adult was there to supervise. Touch wood, none of that happened.
Yeah.
But their drinking was very well monitored. They were only allowed a small amount of consumption, and I think now looking back, my oldest thanked me for it because when he went into the valley for the first time, he said it was an eye-opener.
Yeah.
Yes.
And they were prepared for it. And I mean, mind you, going out to the valley was very scary. We had a lot of phone calls. When they did it, but it was, and we also said no phones. Like it was just at that time where they started.
That's good.
So there was no phones allowed, and they were only allowed small gatherings. But they were still classed as a party because I mean the music was there and everything. And,
no socialising.
But I think you really have to sit down and have these conversations with your children and with their friends, and honestly, their friends' families, if they're close enough, have a chat to them.
It does help when you're friends with them. Did you invite backup, like a couple of other of the parents to come over?
We did let them know if they wanted to come that it was good, but they didn't. They, I guess, trusted me in that aspect, and I trusted them.
That's good.
Yeah.
I do think when Ethan threw that party behind our back, I realise now that we
were a bit more strict.
Yeah.
But
like
you
we
were,
should.
though. It was your first time going through it. Like I was like, it was a different side of you that I saw. And of course, because you wanted to do the right thing.
Yeah.
But I remember when we were sort of, camping with him, we're like, he's not allowed to have a drink. He's almost 13. But you were very,
But I think that was a reflection of me wanting to do the right thing, whereas I probably should have given him a little bit more space.
You're an amazing dad. You were just you didn't want him to
end up like me.
Successful.
I think you're more relaxed as you go along your parenting journey of kind of going, I'm going to be honest and you be honest with me.
Yeah.
All right. Jess and Narangba, what do you think about parties? What age should kids be having them?
Look, I had my kids young. I had them at 21. I'm about to have a 15-year-old, and I'm not concerned about her wanting to have a bit of fun. I know that I've raised her well. I'm more concerned girls are fragile in this day and age. We had ride or die kind of friends. I'm concerned that all these people she hang out with that she tells me are great friends are not true.
That's a good
I'm
point.
more concerned that they're just going to be thrown under the bus for the first funny TikTok, for the first friend they want to like more than them.
Yep.
And then I'm going to have this broken-hearted daughter who thought she had all these great friends.
Oh, yeah.
You're so
That's my
right,
biggest
Jess.
concern.
And I don't know why that is. Liz, when you kind of leave and you're like, hey, like real friends are supposed to have your back. And I don't know why that's changed for both boys and girls, where they feel like they need a one-up, or what it is where they don't feel that total and utter trust.
Look, I had my ride or dies when I was 16 and I had my first too much drinking. I got scared. I called the landline. I was like, I surrender. I defeat. I called home. My big sister answered the phone and she came and got me and she took care of me downstairs. My parents never knew. And I just want my daughter to have those styles of friends in her life where she can have some fun. She's never going to be perfect. She's never going to tell me everything. But I know when she's in trouble, she has the ride or dies. And that's where my fear is, as having a 15-year-old daughter.
Yeah. Maybe they'll come later on, Jess, because like you said, you were 16 then. So maybe it's just a little bit more maturity that needs to come about.
Amanda in Logan Reserve, what do you think? What age should kids be having house parties?
Well, I'm actually hosting one for my daughter for this Halloween.
Okay.
Yes.
How old is she?
So she's 15. She'll be 16 at the end of the year.
Yep.
We've had the conversation with her. I know most of her friends. Like I've said to them, as long as it doesn't get too out of hand, we're fine with it. I did make her ask her father first. He would allow that. Which he did, which I was actually surprised at, but yeah.
You're like, that was your last thing.
It was.
Do you ever get concerned that it is going to get too big? Because now I always wonder about like people sharing addresses online or whatever it is. Have you had to keep on top of that?
Yeah, we have. And look, most of her circle of friends, like I said, I do know their parents as well. If I do have people turn up, I guess I just make that judgment call if it is somebody that is from their school or something like that. But I just think as a parent, we need to sort of give them a little bit of freedom as well. Like, you know, we were all 15, 16. You know, I know the stuff that I used to do at that age, and they do half of what we used to do. So I just, you know, she asked to have this party. Friends asked if they could have it there. So, you know, why not give it a go? And like I said to her, if it all goes south, well, we just won't do it again.
Yeah, true. Well, good luck.
There you go. Are you inclined to host one for Raws at 15 at your house? You guys would be open to that?
Yeah, I'd be open to that. I think, like everyone else was saying, I'd rather it be at our house than out and out.
Yeah.
Do kids really drink in parks anymore, though? Don't know.
We don't know. Well, we never told our parents, did we? There we go. How old's Finny?
13.
13.
But all his friends are 14. He's turning 14 soon.
Mm.
But this was for our 6-year-old. No.
Stab Abby and Matt for breakfast. B105.
My hubby, Scotty Too Hottie, has the same issue as you do, Matty Acton.
He's extremely gorgeous.
Oh, that's, it's
Too good at
so
everything he
hard,
does.
isn't it?
Smart, handsome.
He has to always grow, just facial hair just to keep the women away.
Not to mention, very humble.
No, you guys are very similar. But the one thing that you both have a problem with is sciatica, or a bulged disc from incorrect lifting when you're carrying everyone on your back.
I thought you got it from your huge wallet.
Whatever huge
could be
things.
that.
Because they say a lot of
Garen
men
there.
get it from, the men that put a lot of receipts and stuff in it because you sit funny.
Oh, in your back.
No,
Yeah.
this one's from incorrect. Like, this one's from working a lot.
Yeah. Lift
Yeah.
with your knees.
Yes, but as we went to the physio, they said it's pretty hard to avoid when you're a builder.
Yeah,
or,
of course.
You're doing a lot of stuff around the garden and stuff like that.
Well, mine is just mainly I think I'm stronger than I am.
Yes, of course. You're like, I'm not going to pay for anyone to do that. I can do it. And Scotty's the same. And he should have got a cement pump, but to get a cement pump out for a little job, I'm using that voice because, it's just too expensive, isn't it?
Sounds exactly like him.
It's like he's in the room with it.
Do you know what? That was actually a mirth for both of you because you both said the same thing.
Like they're both in the room with me.
And he hasn't had a problem with it for so long because he was doing footy. And I have to admit, the more exercise you do, the better it is.
Stretch it out.
Yeah, and he has an issue with it for years, but it just went on the weekend. And because he was doing cement pours, he was using a bucket to put into a core flute of for retaining wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jibber jabber.
I can do a diagram for
It's
you
fine.
later.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not
Okay.
relevant to the story.
She said diagram, not diaphragm, just so you know.
So he could have got a pump to do it, but was doing it. The thing is, he actually did it on the second bucket of the day. So that would have been, 8 in the morning? He didn't get home till 7 at night.
Ouch.
For those who don't know, sciatica is there's a nerve that runs down sort of your back or near your bum.
Yeah.
And when that pinches, it shoots a pain down your
Yeah.
leg and it is debilitating.
And I know that he's in so much pain, but it's always so weird because if a flu gets Scott, he's so sick. He can't do anything. He's so sick. But he's the type where if he does something like this, I think he just gets frustrated. He'll just carry on.
Yeah.
If he's gets a nail gun and shoots it through his finger, he'll be rip it out. That's not painful.
Yeah, because he's a mad dog.
Mad dog. But the thing is, I know that he's in pain and he won't admit it because he's she'll be right, but he's getting up and down.
No.
And I was like, you go downstairs and you can sleep in a spare bed by yourself. So he's like, yes, okay, I'll take it. And for him to be able to take that offer, I was like, okay, that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, no worries. But he also is so keen for Friday's Live and he doesn't want to cancel to the last minute.
Oh.
Apparently alcohol helps it.
He goes, I'll go and I won't even have a big one.
Yeah.
So I've got a reserve person ready to go, but I don't want to say that to him.
I get you don't want to waste your ticket.
Oh, of course not. So my friend is like, how's he going? And I was like, he doesn't want to tell me. And then he was like, oh, it's really bad. I was like, okay, cool. So we won't go. And he's like, no, just wait for the last minute. And then last night he was going to bed. He's like, but you can tuck me in.
Yeah.
I'm like, so what is it? Is it bad or is it not bad?
Well, he's not dead.
Yeah, but at any given moment, would that be your last thing? Because that's not good for your back either.
He died doing what he loved.
I've said to Esther, if you ever
that's
have to turn off
ridiculous.
my life support,
Yeah.
if I'm in a coma,
Sorry, he died doing who he loved.
can you send me to heaven the way I would want to go?
She can't do that. What is she? You have to get a letter to say that.
Would Viagra work on someone in a coma?
Oh, great question.
Yeah, because it's just about blood pumping.
Awesome.
Yeah, I would say. Yeah. Why don't
But
you
still,
get
you won't know.
I would know.
somewhere in there?
She'd have to get that written down, by the way.
The weirdest part would be as my soul floats up out of my body, I'd be looking back down at myself doing that. I'd be like,
Really
You
want
are beautiful.
the way you wanted to go is disappointing your wife?
No, she might be.
Get him a wheelchair. And then
No,
you get
he doesn't want it.
special access.
No, I don't know. That's horrible.
But he needs it. It's not like he would be pretending.
No. When it's a temporary thing, that's not a permanent disability.
You're
But
in a real pickle, though, because how long do you give him to call it?
I know. That's what my friend said. She's like, so where are we at? And I said, what do you mean? I texted her last night. I said, well, he's well enough for that. And she goes, well, then he's going to go. And I said, I don't know, because he would be, like you said, dying and still be okay with it. So she's like, do I get an outfit? Like, what am I doing?
Also, he's not lying down. That's different.
Yeah, true.
You don't know.
I mean,
how to
I'm
do it.
assuming.
Yeah,
I'm
you just
assuming.
that's assumptions.
I'm
That's
making
really like, yeah,
assumptions.
what?
Yeah,
Wednesday night moves are very different than Monday night moves. You know?
obviously.
But anyway, so hopefully he's all right.
Is Wednesday more wild than the weekend? Or
Yeah, Wild Wednesday.
I don't know. Like maybe you like to
Midweek.
relax on the weekends.
Hump
Get
day, Wednesday.
get all the work done during the week and then chill on the weekend. That's hard to know.
I don't know. Anyway, he might be coming with us.
So I reckon
You have to text him. I reckon you've got to do a bit of a man chat of your
just
back.
go, hey,
Like, he will tell you honestly.
hard nut princess.
No, like, how is it really feeling? Because he'll talk to you about it. For
I-
me, he's just like, she'll be right.
I reckon he's going to come.
Okay.
I reckon he'll come. He'll get FOMO.
Yes, that's the issue, isn't it?
But maybe just tell your friend, like, would she be okay to be on standby up till like 3 p.m?
Yeah. She's got the day off in case.
She's taking a day off work just in case.
Yeah, because she doesn't start till 2.
And there's no pass outs either.
No,
so it's
we
not
looked
like
that up.
the
You
swap
can't like
over.
swap it over.
No.
No.
All right. Well, best of luck.
Thanks.
Stav, Abby, and Matt.
Alpha Bucks, everyone. Tomorrow it's Friday, the 17th of October. Here are your answers to win $50,000.
6 a.m. Your letter is M. Some of your answers are Mariah Carey, M&M's, and Mariah Carey.
Oh,
sure.
double up. But you're not allowed to.
You're not allowed to. But,
No.
Okay. 7 a.m.
Your letter is M.
7 a.m. It's G. Some of your answers are Judge, Jumper, one of the greatest films of all time, Jurassic Park. 8 a.m. It's P. Some of your answers are Potassium.
Did you say your letter is G?
J. I always do that. They always confuse me, those two.
Do you know what's worse? I didn't even notice.
J.
Yes,
Some
for
of your
Juliet.
answers are Judge, Jumper, and Jurassic Park. That's how I'll remember it from now on. And 8 a.m. It's P. Potassium, Piano, and Pug.
Right up, cinema. Bye.
Oh, when you have Pitbull in there.
Mathematics, by the way, actually is the other answer where you had
There
two
you go.
Mariahs.
Mariah Carey, M&M's, Mathematics, 6
Right.
a.m.
Bye tomorrow.
Stav, Abby, and Matt for breakfast. B105.
You're only a what if away from great summer holidays. What if? It's Aussie for travel.